Okay, looks like we are rocking and rolling. So, we're doing the same thing that we were doing last time, but a month later, and slightly more progress. Sanding, because sanding sure is fun. We have the pod all put together, finally. Quite a bit of gap filler needed to be used, just kind of everywhere, just because I'm pretty bad at this whole thing. Hey, Jason, how's it going, my man? So yeah, this is pretty cool. We have sanding to do. I was gonna paint it, but then I forgot I didn't put this piece in, and then as like beautifully smooth as all of this is, right where it was, we had to do that 3D print or whatever, where it stopped and you had to start printing again. It cracked. So I'm kind of doing a gap fill here, and I need to sand it down a little bit more. There's just a little bit of an edge. I say that, but there's a lot more of an edge. There's quite a bit of an edge on a few of these that I glued together, except in the middle. It's actually pretty darn smooth down the middle, which I like. Obviously, this is going to be sitting on the ground, so they're not going to see a lot of this anyways. So I'm honestly thinking, like, how much of that needs to be crazy, perfectly egg smooth? But, you know, along the top, it's all good. These side bits cleaned out. They look good. I don't think I need to sand in here because that's going to be covered by one of those things. And then they say they're going to put a blanket inside of it. So I think I can get away with not sanding crazy smooth the inside. So now I'm really working on this part right here. I had to trim this piece down a little bit on each side so it would actually fit, but it doesn't quite fit in there like snugly. It's too snug. Like I'd have to force it in. It doesn't just like slot in right here. It's not a. So we need to sand on the inside rim here, or just take a ton off of this piece right here. So there's a lot of sanding. Basically, the sanding method we're going with tonight, / the majority of this project, is this is 50 grit a belt sandpaper, and then 120 grit belt sandpaper, and then we finish it. And this might be a little bit of a jump, but then we jump to 320 grit. This isn't belt sand, it's just like whatever sandpaper. And then we do that. But it ends up being really, really smooth. So I think that process is fine as far as sanding goes, honestly. So I'm okay with it. I think it works pretty well. So yeah, all we're gonna hear for the next like hour is as I sand that. I think the easiest way to do it is to sand the heck out of this piece. Honestly, I think it's just the easiest. We sand the heck out of this piece, and we see if we can just take all of that off. I really need to just like shave a ton of it off, but there's no good way for me to do that without like biting into it. It's interesting to see the 3D pattern once I cracked open each side here, because they were actually a little bit big. It was kind of cool to see the 3D construction and how it like was all on the inside here, which I really dug. I thought that was neat. Howdy, Adam. Good to see you. Good to have you in the live stream as we are finishing up our Baby Yoda pod. I want to paint this so badly because I just want it to be done, and I just want to paint it and I want to be finished with it. Because we started the project a while ago, and I just want to see this bad boy painted, and I want to put Baby Yoda in it. I want him to be happy and cute and whatever. That's all I want to do. So, oh yeah, Cal. It's all hand sanding, baby. Because if I use pretty much any of my tools, they would have to be on the lowest setting. Otherwise, it starts to gunk up and melt the 3D plastic, the ABS, I assume. I believe it's ABS. I could be wrong. So we have to use, and I like hand sanding. It personally, it's very calming. It's very nice. See, like I'm just noticing right here along the edge that I missed just like a little bit. So like. Kind of just take the most of the uneven like ribbing with the 320, or sorry, the 50, and then we hit it with the 120 to try to use the 50 first, take away most of that, then we use the 120. The 120 basically gets it so it's more of a flat plane, and then this bad boy, this 320 stuff, makes it feel like crazy smooth. And I mean, it's just like your finger glides on it, doesn't catch on anything. So, oh yeah, it's great. PLA has a low temp rate. Yes, it's gonna turn out awesome. I hope it turns out awesome. I think it's gonna turn out great. You know, so I think once we get it all sanded and everything, the paint job is going to be the most fun part, because I've just been doing this for weeks on end. So I cannot wait to paint it. So it's just so, I have dust particles all over my workshop, so it's crazy. But like all in here, this piece probably had the most weird things with it. I need to sand along this edge a lot more. Basically, if it's totally on the bottom, I'm not going to worry about it too much, because that's going to be sitting on the ground. And I just need to like keep in mind, like the entire thing doesn't have to be like this beautifully, perfectly smooth, like whatever. Like I obviously want it to be as good as possible. So fun. It's so fun. It's just so fun. Trying to just check on it like visually, how it looks, you know, how it's gonna look. No Bach. I don't know what a Bach is, but if you mean like a wooden block or something, no. It's just this. To even it out, well, it's not, you know, I don't know how to say it. It's not like flat, right? So I don't know what that would do, really. Since it's all round, I don't know if it needs to have like a block or something to help it stay, you know, even necessarily, right? Because like it's round. I don't need it to be flat. But I don't know. I don't hand sand a lot. So I don't know hand sanding techniques, and you probably just said some like woodworking stuff. And when it comes to woodworking, that is like not my specialty in any way, shape, or form. Not that anything really is my specialty, like really. So like I'm not a carpenter at all. I can hammer nails, cut wood, use a saw. That's about it. That is about it. I don't make like pretty much anything. I don't make anything out of wood. See, but that gets it really smooth. Just like that right there. I really like that. All right, I like the way that is now. I mostly want to get the seams as tight as possible and clean as possible, because that is where you're going to notice the most. I want there to be a defined edge here where there's a difference, because when it's covered in white, it's also dirty. The pod itself is like chipped up and messed up. Baby Yoda's been in the pod for who knows how long, right? And so I want to do a black wash, which is going to accentuate everything like this. So I'm going to make the seams that are supposed to be there, you know, the highlighted stuff that's supposed to be there. I want that to stand out. You know, black wash in here, like just on this edge right here, but not black wash what I don't want to stand out, which is right here, which cracked. So that is the plan, to sort of hide my sins, my mistakes, in the paint job. Paint job is so crucial to this build. You have no idea. It is going to really chef's kiss, make this bad boy shine. So now I need to do this side here, because as you can see, this is raised. So go ahead. I have a hole in the bottom of my gallon water jug. So hi from PA. I'm sorry, that's kind of lame. Happy birthday, happy late birthday. I don't do Facebook birthdays a lot of the time. I'm sorry. But hi from PA, really? This isn't like a famous person live where it's like, yo, what's up? I'm hi from South Africa. It's like Pennsylvania. I never got people where it's like, we're in the U.S. I feel bad for making this a point of conversation. You're a really cool person, but I think what you said, hi from PA, is just so funny, because people that are just, yo, dude, hi from wherever, and it's like I once knew a guy, he was from South Dakota, and he always say, hi from Pierre, and I'm like, dude, that's in the same state. Who cares? No one cares. But yeah, happy birthday, to make up for my rant. There's some people where it's like, yeah, I'll give them a Facebook birthday, and other people where I'd be like, I'd rather like have your phone number, text you or call you, or just like say it in person. That feels pretty good. There's still this like really weird part where it's all kind of gunky, but a lot of that is going to be hidden by these bad boys. So I do not feel too bad about it. I believe it goes like this. So I guess not as much of it's going to be hidden as I thought, but their attention is not going to be on that part as much as it will be on this. So it will be fine. It will be fine. There's a lot of stuff about the construction of this I don't fully understand, and that is the way the canopy works, how it just kind of rests on each other, but there's no plugins. So I don't know if I should just glue the canopy like all together in one piece, and then if you want to, you can put it on, take it off, or I should just leave it in pieces. But I don't like the idea of leaving it in pieces. I feel like if you're going to have one up, you'll just have both up. I don't have the canopy with me. It's in the other room. The canopy is perfectly smooth on the outside. Totally forgot to sand the inside. And there's going to be a blanket here, so I can get away with not sanding this inside. But the canopy inside, this little hood that's back here, I should definitely sand, because that one will be in plain view pretty much. So yeah, I think I grabbed this piece, which makes me want to sand it, because I still haven't sanded it yet. But I'm not going to. I gotta work on this other stuff. Yes, we are making a giant Kinder Egg. As you can see, the next holiday being Easter, I was really excited to make this Kinder Egg. I could not wait. So Easter is right around the corner, guys. Make sure you buy your egg baskets, your egg colorings, your chocolate eggs, your chocolate bunnies, your rabbits. Get ready for Easter. I can't wait. I really can't wait for Easter. It's going to be great. It's the only holiday that's going to be happening in the next couple of months. Good old Easter. Good old Easter. Yes, it is the Baby Yoda egg or pod. But he knows that. You guys, he knows it. He knows it. He's just... I hate you. I hate you, Simeon. All right, cool. Had to get that out of the way. All right, sweet. So, but they put a protective thing around it. So now the toy isn't just floating there, like inside the egg. There's a little capsule inside the toy. So it's actually safe now. They sell those they sell Kinder Eggs in America. They just have those little capsules and the toys inside. The reason being is people are like, whoa, how would you swallow a toy? We gotta ban those. Those toys used to be in like 3 or 4 parts, and people would just bite into the egg and swallow just a part of the toy because you used to build the toy because it would end up being bigger than inside of the toy of the egg. So yeah. Oh, good. He just got to the part about me giving him the stare down. Josh said, always ready for Easter. Yeah, with a last name like that, I bet you are. I bet you are. Absolutely. All right, cool. I hate how I'm gonna have to just wipe off my work area. It's really bothering me. I had my whatever, my bottle up here, my big stupid water jug, and it's getting my egg wet. And I'm not wet sanding yet, so we don't need it to be wet. I'm just trying to feel out other seams that have crazy noticeable seams that I'll need to sand, like right here. Because we're literally just so close. We're so close to being done with this. That feels pretty smooth. I'm gonna... That's pretty good. Ooh, that's so nice. I love this little kind of method we have going here with the 50, the 120, the 320. It makes everything just chef's kiss. Crazy smooth. And it's awesome. All right, so that is supposed to be raised. All right, that part is supposed to be raised and noticeable. That is fine. This is all fine. I think anything that is more of an indentation than it is a seam, we are going to, this is the biggest offender right here, is this seam. This seam is crazy noticeable, and I really hate it. You guys can't tell on camera. A lot of this is super, this is probably the worst, is this side has these 2 seams that I don't like. So we are going to, this feels fine. Everything else is good. We're going to use more gap filler on this main kind of vein down the top here, just because of the way it is. It's just, it got kind of sunk in on all the other gap filler, so we're going to have to add more. We'll add more gap filler, and then of course we'll have to sand the gap filler down. But this bad boy right here is crazy high, and I don't like it. I really don't. It's not so bad here at the top, but right in the middle of it, it's pretty terrible. And I don't know if I can honestly take enough of it off to really make up for it. But we'll see. We'll see. I think our best thing to do is honestly add more gap filler and just try to smooth it out that way. Because in order to remove as much plastic as we would need to make this smooth, I would be sanding for hours. That 320 gets it so smooth. It's wild. I love it. Yeah, dude, I scratch records on the weekends. I think same thing with this line here. I'm gonna remove some gap filler that kind of got in there here. So we don't really need it there. I want to accentuate that angle in the paint job, so it needs to be clear of any and all gap filler. This gap filler is great because it dries in like 20 minutes. What is it? I don't know, but it's fast. I really don't remember, and it doesn't actually say on the thing. So where do we need to add gap filler? It needs to go here, here, and here, and that's it on the bottom. And then on the top, yeah, we do just need a 6 bead, and then we would be we'd really be enrolling. So there's probably tools for this, but you just got to get in there. That's all that really matters. All right. Oh, this one wasn't really a problem. We need to worry about these two. Specifically here. So we're just going to try to like move it more in this way. So that way there's more of a slope up to this part. Except for kind of evens out here at the top. So I just need it to be nice at the top. If I add so much, just like an insane amount, then I can take it all back eventually. We're adding a ridiculous amount here. We're adding a ridiculous amount of this gap filler because we're going to sand so much of it away. But I want there to be so much because it's kind of hard. My big fingers, whatever, just kind of push into it and move it away. So we're adding so much, that way we can sand it all off, kind of get the right amount. We're adding too much now, so we can take it off later. I just saw a little hole in this seam here. Had to fill that bad boy in too. All right. Kind of the same stuff on this guy. We don't need to add so much, but I need there to be a better angle on it. That was pretty good. All right, cool. Sweet. All right. All right, good enough. So that brings us back to our first guy of the hour. We're just going to go ahead and throw this over here on the ground. Not throw it, because it does terrify me. That it'll terrify me if that thing ever breaks. Trust me. Ah, how's everybody else been doing? Yeah, that's right. We waited until halfway through before I felt the need to ask that question. All right, and we're sanding this guy. Man, I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. I'm going to see if I can shave some off. I feel like that'd be so much easier. No, that's just not a good idea. I think with the amount I need to take off, I'm pretty sure we can get away with using the belt sander. No, wait, it's going to melt. Shoot. Keep forgetting the melting thing. Damn it. Well, I'm going to ignore that. And we're going to melt it anyways. And you know what? If we melt too much off, we can just glue it in. It doesn't have to fit snugly. It's just got to look fine. Yay! Ah. Wow. We're going to use the 50 first. Ah, boy. And remember, kids, safety is cool. So, we have to get rid of our neat, cool-looking hat for even cooler and more radical, kids say radical, right? Yeah, radical PPE, personal protection equipment. Radical, kids. Have fun grinding that gnarly sander. Oh, yeah. Okay. But don't wear gloves. Who the heck cares? It is going to get a little loud, just so you know. It's not plugged in. Now it's plugged in. probably learned this lesson before, but we're learning it again for safety's sake. Plastic melts. This has a very low melting temperature. Turns out, when something melts, that means it has to be hot, which means if you're holding the thing that is melting, and I'm sure you guys can put the rest together. So anyways, let's go ahead, finish sanding it now. Ooh, it does cool fast though, that's neat. I gotta take off a lot of this extra plastic. Like a clawless, toothless tiger, like an organ grinder's bear, like a knife without his armor, like Samson without his hair. Might as well resist him and the battle can be won. I went into the fight like a lion, but I came out like a lamb. Thank you, Josh. I normally don't, just because it's horrible. But I've been listening to Annie Get Your Gun, which is a great musical, and I would so love to do it one of these days. It's got really cool songs. Annie Get Your Gun, check it out if you haven't already. It's really fun. Really, 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 really fun. I think it's a clever show. All right. It's definitely the best musical I ever listened to that has the word Annie, the name Annie in the title, A-N-N-E-I-E. That's just a fact. Because it's a Western, which is just 1,000 times cooler than a red-headed orphan child. And I mean, obviously, if you enjoy the original Annie, that's fine too. I don't care. You're allowed to enjoy things. I just enjoy this thing more than that thing, so it's fine. Like Samson without his hand. Okay. Let's see how it fits. Let's see how it fits. Come on, man. Are you serious? Man, I'm about to call the close enough police. 'Cause it's just like close enough. Dang it. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. I hate sanding. I'm over it. It's not fun anymore. I don't like sanding. I've been doing this for hours. I've been sanding for 20 hours now. 35 minutes for those of you in the live stream. But I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't have to like it. I don't think I'm ever going to do another 3D printed project of this scale. Ever. Ever. Ever again. I'm so happy I don't own a 3D printer. Well, there's already too much technology involved, and I just do not like computers or technology. They are not my friend. They are not. Yeah. Oh, you're under XYZ age. You've been born in XYZ era. You should be good at computers. Nope. False. Not true. Very bad at them. Do not like programming. Do not like numbers. Don't care for it. Don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm not going to be one of those cringy people that says, I was born in the wrong decade. No, no, you weren't. You were born. This is when you were born. Just because you like old crap doesn't mean you were born in the wrong decade. Shut up. That doesn't make you quirky or interesting. Shut up. Anyways, back to sanding. Although it would have been cool to see Star Wars in theaters. I will admit that'd be pretty sick. That'd be pretty neat. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. I think it'd be really awesome to have seen all these movies in theaters. That'd been really cool. Anyways, back to it. I think it's this part. I think instead of being flat like this and like a wall, I think it goes up like that, and that's why it doesn't sit in there quite right. And I don't know how many times I can sand it to make it fit right, and it bothers me, and my mental health is deteriorating. Anyways. Drink your water, kids. Okay, good. Glad I'm not alone in this. Because, man, well, that's different though, you know? It's just, we all need to use it. Technology is an everyday thing. We all kind of have to use it now, no matter what we do. And I don't like it. I really don't. I don't like trying to 3D model things. I don't like it at all. You know, gosh, I hate the simple stuff. Like, I really want to be a Twitch streamer, but for like the life of me, no matter how many videos I watch, I cannot figure out. Like, I can't figure out the OBS studio. I really can't run that. I legitimately have no clue how to run it. I'm useless with OBS. I don't know how to do the Twitch channel, this cover, and then separate video camera of me, this is watching the game, stuff like that. Like, I would love to be on Twitch and stuff. I think that would be so fun. But the only reason I do Facebook live streams is because it's idiot-proof. Like it's so idiot-proof, people accidentally go live. Like, if it's not idiot-proof, I basically can't use your product, and sorry. Maybe I was born in the wrong era. Maybe I should have been born in an era with like no technology. Nah, but even then they had like typewriters, and like typewriters would so be my worst nightmare because those are not idiot-proof at all. Not that I would have to use a typewriter, I guess, but still. Maybe I'm not going back far enough. That's what it is. StreamYard. Okay. I'll look at StreamYard. I'll check that out. I haven't heard of that. Do you do some streaming there, Josh? You know something I don't? Well, I mean, a lot of people know something I don't, which is like the majority of things that I don't know. Like, I want to get in here with a knife and just cut this all out. I would love to have like a crazy hot knife that could like get this out cleanly without melting it. But instead I'm just like butchering as much off as I possibly can with this X-Acto knife. Ooh, see? Typewriters. Portable typewriter. Portable typewriter. What is that? Like sticky note size? You're like, oh no, never mind. Sorry. Portable, it means it's in a briefcase, right? That's what that is. It's a briefcase typewriter. Yep. Sorry. I was like, when I think portable, I always think it's got to be small. I'm pretty sure that just means it's in a briefcase. I know somewhat about old technology. I own a VHS player. I know about old technology. I guess DVD players are way easier than like VHS. Same thing, I guess, with like cassettes. Anything that's like tape, that used tape, and not like lasers. You know, I guess that is easier. But I'm talking about crazy, complicated computer stuff. Came with the case. All right, cool. I sort of had the same. I didn't have the same thing, but I had it in mind. That's kind of what I was thinking of. But I mean, like, why would you ever want to be born in a different era? Like, I guess maybe not right now, but like, you know, I don't have to worry about polio or whatever, you know. I'm not going to talk about diseases. Sorry, let's not. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. Skip past it. Yup, typewriters. How cool is that? You know what I miss? Like, what I miss really badly is the KFC laptop kids meal. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, it's what I always got at KFC. It was like a computer in that it had little games, like a cereal box though, but it looked like a computer. So like, it was like a lunchbox. Thank you for the link, Josh, by the way. I appreciate it. I will check that out. But like the KFC laptop was this box, had a lid that would flip up, and it had little games on it. And it was kind of, sort of looked like a computer. I honestly can't remember if it looked like a computer or not, but it basically flipped up, so it was like a laptop. But then all your food was like there, and it was like, you know, chicken nuggets, chicken, popcorn chicken, whatever KFC had. And it was awesome. It was my go-to. That was the only time I liked KFC more than McDonald's, is when they had that. That thing was awesome. I think it had a toy, too. KFC laptop. I'm going to have like a fever dream about it. It was just some ancient thing that I just remembered all of a sudden. We had a typewriter in case it got left behind during our movie set. You had a typewriter in a case. Oh, it got left behind. Okay, yeah, shoot. People just, I hear that all the time. When people move, they just lose stuff, which makes sense, right? You're packing up everything. You're traveling to a whole new spot. Yeah, you're gonna lose stuff. It makes sense. Sorry to hear that about a typewriter. South Dakota's a better state, Simeon. Way cooler, way better than Nebraska. You know, our governor's probably worse than yours, but at least she didn't say "you people." Let's not get into that, though. Seriously, let's try to keep that out of this discussion. Politics are really lame, so let's just not. Stinks. See, you lost yours too. We can't trust any of you with typewriters. Goodness gracious. See how that is. Haha, it's almost like we did nothing. I hate it. Fudge. Dude, sanding sucks. I am going to probably do something I regret. Like a knight without his armor, like Samson without his hair. Simeon, you want to practice 300 Modern with Spider-Man set after this? If you're free. If you're not free, I don't care. Don't worry about it. But if you are free, let's practice 300 Modern with Spider-Man set. Figure out our states teams. I don't know if you're playing in the States, I guess. Or not. But it's something I've been meaning to do. Oh boy, I regret this already. Nice. Whoa, my Exoforce set almost fell down. Man, I miss Exoforce. Such a good Lego theme. Kids don't really know. I feel bad for kids today. They have way worse Lego sets than we had when I was a kid. Not that we could afford them or bought me any of the cool Lego sets. I only ever had one. I had like 3 or 4 like big, over $50, like crazy cool $100 range Lego sets where I was like, these are so amazing. And then because you're a stupid kid, you like take them apart and use the pieces for other crap because you think you're fun and creative, which is wrong. You keep those sets all in one piece, so that way when you're older, you're like, dang, it's so cool I kept these all in one piece and I can look at them. I hated my child brain that took the Lego sets apart and used the pieces for other stuff. I know it's supposed to be like creativity or some bullcrap, but that is so lame. I would much rather have preferred, in the long run, for all my sets to stay together. I mean, I do keep the instructions, but like trying to find the pieces, just forget about it. Forget about it. I don't know if that's going to work, but basically, here is the corner, right? It's a ridge. And we weeded to the other corner. Can you tell? Sanded it down so it's not square. I doubt that will have the effect we want it to have, but we're trying, man. We're trying. So Ashley, are you a good mom that lets her kids have Legos, or are you a terrible mom who hates fun? By the way, the biggest draw for me, being a parent, is getting to play with Legos with like that childlike innocence of just watching them just go nuts. Like, I can't wait. I can't wait to have kids and be like, yo, let's go play video games and build Legos. And your mom can whatever, change your diapers and all that other like crap. But like, let's go, you know. I guess what I'm saying is I want to be an uncle. Really, really. But yeah, do you have Legos for your kids, Ashley? Or are you a bad mom? Just saying. Just saying. I think they're old enough to have Legos. I think so. I think they're in like first, second grade, something like that. They're old enough for Legos. The worst moms. Okay, good. Kids got Legos. Good, you good. Good. You should let them play with Jamie's like $70 action figures. Those ones that have like the cloth clothes, the Mezco ones. I'm sure he would love that. I'm sure he'd love that. Those figures are mad expensive. That's the point. Duh. Legos are freaking awesome. You know? I mean, you want the kids to have fun, sure. But, man, that was my childhood. First in preschool. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was first grade preschool. Do you just have 2 or do you have 3 kids? I can't remember. Just one boy, one girl. Is that right? Sam. And then another one. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I don't know your kid's name, I'm sorry. Like, it's just the way it is. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah. The action figures. Oh, he would die. Oh yeah. There's Spendy. I only have one, just because it's Captain America. But he has like a few, 5 or 6. Like he's got a lot. I already feel like we're sanding in vain. Sam and Zora. Okay. Well, I don't feel so bad about not knowing the other name because it's weird. I guess I can't say that, can I? That's rude. You have a weird name too, Calder. Zora reminds me of like Legend of Zelda. I don't remember if there were even a race of Zoras in it or what. I don't know if you're gonna like name him Zoro if it was a dude and you're like it's a chick Zora. Like I'm curious what the thought process behind that name was. Like where it comes from, where it stems from, maybe. Ooh, double digis. Nice. All right, let's see if the sanding paid off. I already know it didn't work, but we're gonna try it anyways. Oh, I didn't know you guys were Serbian. That's cool. Haha, it didn't work. I knew it wasn't gonna work. Fuck. We got roughly about 7 more minutes of pain for me to go through. I'm gonna stop sanding this piece. This is a stupid piece. I could make this piece out of foam, put it in here, and save all that time that I just wasted from sanding. And just throw this away. Because it's such a simple little piece. But I'm not going to do that. I might do that actually. That's a pretty good idea. Let's see. Right. That's pretty decent thickness. Cool. I hate 3D printing. It's cool that other people do it, and obviously it saved me a ton of time with this. I thought James was at least some part Norwegian. He just like screamed Bohemian or Norwegian to me. I didn't know he was all German. He's blonde. That makes sense. I'm gonna use this flat piece here. Alright, ignoring 3D printing like this. And we're just gonna cut out a piece. We're gonna stick it on there. So to be honest with you, I get it, Serbians are probably from Serbia. Not that I would know where that is. Because I've honestly never thought about it too much. Is that like, I feel like it's near Persia. Those feel like enemies from the Prince of Persia games. I don't know. Sorry if I'm making fun of your culture. Or, for lack of a better term, race. I don't know. My defenses are down. Battle can be won. This is very dull. I should have used any other knife. Goodness gracious. Yes, Croatia. I know where that is. I know that one. I've heard of it before. Ha! Then we can just stick... Oh, actually, you know what? We can actually cut the foam to the right length. Oh, words. Ancestry, heritage, ancestry. Yeah, those are better words, Josh. Those are good. Those are good words. Yeah. Heritage probably would have been I would say, best one. Well, because, like, obviously Irish people have a different genetic makeup and build than German people, but it's not necessarily a race. So I couldn't, like, figure out the right word when I was thinking about race, Thank you. Thank you for stepping in. This is why I don't teach any school anywhere. And, well, it's why there's a lot of things. Hungary, Romania. Yeah, I'm just gonna, whatever you say, whatever those places are. If it's outside the United States, don't know. Sorry. I know where Italy is. It's a boot. That one I can figure out. And like Vatican City, which is also a country, is like somewhere in there. Mexico is right below us. Canada, right above us. Alaska's connected to all that. England is like this crappy little island somewhere. Stupid country. Super lame. The only good thing they had was America. As a byproduct, that is. It's a whetstone. I've got to spit on it. I have to say that every time. People probably think that's gross. I don't think it's gross. The only thing that's gross are carrots. And celery. Oh, what? You think I've got a diet of a 4-year-old? Guess what? I'm in my 20s. I can eat whatever I want. If I want to have the same 3 meals every day, guess what? I am going to. All kinds. Scottish, English, what? Wow. The genetic makeup is off the charts right there. And Jamie is 100% German master race, huh? Interesting. Oh, shoot. Here I thought this project was going to have no phone work, and we've already went back to our roots. Ooh. Look at that bad boy. Now, this is what we call creative problem solving. You can just stuff it in there. It's a little big. It's a little big. You gotta cut up just a touch of this end off. Let's try that again. Northern European, but his family came over from Germany. Oh, okay. So that's like your best guess type deal. Oh, dude. Look at that. Fits like a glove. Just smash it in there, and it's fine. Oh, dude, check this out. All this other stuff, it's hard already. See what I'm saying? Like, it's like 20 minutes. It's like 20, 30 minutes. And all of this, okay, it's still a little damp. We're going to wait more. And so now all I have to do, it has these 3 little buttons on it, but they're indented into it. So I can just carve a little square. And they're not going to look great freehand, so I'll make a little pattern for it at least. But that's some progress right there. That's progress on the YodaPod. It's slow, and it just shows you how much time it takes to mess with 3D stuff when you're inexperienced like I am. It takes time. So we're getting there. This, after we sand down these parts, we can paint it. We can prime it and paint it. This we're going to have to cover in some form of sealant for the foam, so we can't put straight up paint on foam. It's just going to look gross. Probably going to do Mod Podge, layer Mod Podge. First we're going to contact cement it into here after we draw little squares. And that's basically that piece. And then, hold it like this. The inside, we're not going to worry about sanding too much. I've already sanded all the way around the inner rim here. And honestly, I think the buttons look cooler when they aren't sanded. Like, they have this really cool technology feel to them with the way the systematic, like, 3D printer printed them, you know, because it's all technology, so it follows a set, like, pattern, all that jazz. So there's always going to be straight lines no matter what. So I think they look cool, and I can't wait to just paint them. All we're going to do is paint the buttons red instead. So it's all going to be white, buttons will be red, and then yeah, we're good to go. So painting, with that is done, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and we've met our hour quota, so I can go. I just like doing it for an hour. It always seems like I end up doing it for roughly about an hour. So yeah, thank you everybody that tuned in and watched me sand. You know, thanks to those that commented in the chat, and those that didn't comment in the chat, that's cool too. It doesn't really matter. Do whatever you want to do. Just, I'm glad you were here. I'm glad we had fun. We got to make some stuff. So, everybody, have a good night. Have a happy Sunday the 6th tomorrow. And I think that is all. If there is any interest of you guys wanting to see this project finished pictures will be on my Patriot Props Instagram and Facebook pages. You can check my Facebook bio for a link to Patriot Props. This is where I like going live here and not using those pages because this is where more of my friends and family are. But if you guys want to see the finished progress of that, I don't post that on my main social media account. I post it on my Instagram and my Facebook page. And they're connected, so you're going to see the same stuff on each. So yeah, yes, Josh, I'm glad to see you guys again. Good to talk. It's been, I'm going to say this, I'm going to lie to you guys like I lie to you guys every single time. Hopefully we can do this again next week. But I lied last time knowing I wasn't going to be able to do this for a ton of weekends. So yeah, we'll see you guys later. Hopefully next week. If not, I'll see you in a month from now, more realistically. So see you guys. Have a good one. And as always, work hard, but work